Okay, good morning and welcome to Iyun. We're starting the second parak of Orlah today. Parak B's Mishnah Aleph. Mishnah Aleph says that Truma is Ma'aser Shel D'mai Achala V'Purim Olam Be'echad Omeya. Up until now, we've learned in Sechas Trumos, various places, that Truma is Batel 1 in 100. This is learned out of a pasuk. By Truma's Ma'aser, it says Mikna Shel Mimenu. Right, Truma's Ma'aser is really one out of 100 of entire granary, right? Because Meiser is 10%, and 10% of Meiser is Shumas Meiser. So usually Mikdash Shel Mimenu, Shumas Meiser, out of the whole crop is 1 against 99 parts, opposed to it. That's not Batal. However, implying that if you had 1 to 100, it is Batal. So that we know by Truma, and Shumas Meiser is basically the same thing as Truma. This Mishnah introduces a note that Bikurim and Chala, since they're called, the Rav says, right, it says by Chala, Tarimu Truma. And it says by Bikurim, Truma's Yadcha. Elo Bikurim, the Gemara says. So they're also called Truma, and they're also Batel 1 in 100. We didn't learn anywhere about Chala. Usually you would think something's Batel Barov. But no, Chala and Bikurim are Batel 1 in 100. So you have Chala that falls into a mixture. If you have 100 parts Chulin, then the Chala is Batel. V'sarach lahara, the Mishnah concludes, when you take out the 100, like we learned in Mesechus Trumos, you have to give. Now it's 100 chulin to one truma. You don't know where the truma is. You take out one portion, you give it to the Kohen because it belongs to the Kohen. Now I mentioned in this Mesechus Chala that the idea of Chala and Bikurim are very different than truma. Chala and Bikurim is basically money of thanksgiving to Hashem. Thanksgiving is giving you honorary bread for Chala, and Bikurim, these nice first fruits you give to Hashem, much like the mitzvah of Bechor Adam, Bechor Behema. Truma is nothing to do with that. Truma you give to a Kohen, and the Meiser, Trumas and Meisers you give to an Aniyim, you give to these people as sort of like an income tax. You give to people as welfare tax for the people that don't have. Right? Kohanim are working in the base of Mikdash, Leviim also are singing in the base of Mikdash. So, and Aniyim don't have any money, so you're helping them out. You're giving a portion of your crop to them. The reason you give it to a Kohen is not because he's an agent of Hashem, he's collecting on behalf of Hashem, like by Chal and Bikurim. Rather, it's because he needs the money. It's for his personal finances. It's his money. So to compare the two and say that the same din applies is hard to understand. But that's why the Torah says it calls it Truma. So it calls it Truma, and the reason it's that way, and it doesn't call Truma, Chal, and Bikurim, is because and the reason that we know, the Torah could have said Exer Shava, could have learned it some other way. It's the fact that it calls it Truma, Chala, and Bikurim, specifically telling you that the word Truma itself, what does the word Truma mean? Tarim, to pick up. That's the halacha by Truma. When it's 100 to 1, even though it's Batal, you have to take one and give it to the Kohen. So the reason the Torah calls Chala and Bikurim Truma, that's the way we connect the dinim of Bittul by Truma and Chala and Bikurim, is to tell you that only in this regard, in the regard of Truma, being Marim, Bittul, then we treat them as the same. That's why it referred to, it wasn't like Zera Shav or some other limud. It was some other limud that compared it to. We would think that a lot of the dinim are the same, but we know that the whole idea behind Chal and Bikurim versus Truma and Trumas Ma'aser are very different. That's why the Torah connects it to in Bittul by calling it Truma, which is Meirim, you have to take off 1 in 100 to give to the Kohen by using Lashon Truma, which is relevant to the Hilchos Bittul, and that's why he says the word Truma. That's my explanation. Hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one.